it's Jene from KCF CrossFit. Today we are going to go over a two-part workout. It's going to start with a little bit of lifting, and then it's going to finish off with a 12-minute AMRAP Metcon. The lifting portion is going to be tempo front squats. Using tempo squats is going to allow us to get a little bit more time under tension, and it's going to let us work on our body mechanics and body positioning a little bit more than traditional squats would. So we're going to start with 5 sets of 3 front squats. Your tempo is going to be a 3-second descent, so 3 seconds down to the bottom. 1, 2, 3. A 3-second pause at the bottom. 1, 2, 3, and then back up. So you're going to warm up to your working weight, and then you're going to get 5 good sets in, 5 sets of 3 out of working weight for the day. Charlie is here with me, and he is going to help me demo some of the front squat points of performance and talk about some of the common faults that you want to be aware of as you're going through your workout today. Let's get lifting, and then we'll talk about the Metcon. Alright, I'm here with Charlie, and he's going to show us some of the points of performance of the front squat. As you notice, he's going to start with basic setup. So he's got his feet about shoulder width apart. He's got the bar ratchet front rack position with his hands just outside of his shoulders. Can you turn to the side so you can see from the side, please? You'll notice he's got a nice neutral spine. His elbows are up high, elbows like laser beams. And his chest is tall, spine neutral, good resting position. Knees and hips fully extended. Okay, so as we go through the front squat, you're going to start by thinking about keeping your weight in your heels. You're going to send your hips down and back. You're going to keep descending until your hips are below parallel, hip crease below your knees. Make sure your knees are tracking out over your feet. And then go ahead and press your knees out as you stand back up. Nice job, Charlie. Go ahead and do it once from the front. Go ahead and turn around. Feet about shoulder width apart. Go ahead and send your hips back. You'll notice that his knees are trending over his feet. Stand back up. Elbows maintain height throughout, pointing forward, allows you to keep your chest up, maintain a little bit of better position in that squat. Okay, now we're going to talk about some of our common faults in the front squat. One of the common faults is your lack of neutral spine, so let's go ahead and turn to the side. And go ahead and show me a front squat where your back is curving in an inappropriate manner. Okay, so as you see here, back is not flat, chest is not up, it's facing down. Part of that is because the elbows are dropping. So if you think about keeping your elbows up, it's going to allow you to get your chest up, place your spine in a better position. Go ahead and stand back up. One of the other common faults is you'll have your feet, the weight coming off of your heels and shifting onto your toes. So Charlie, go ahead and show us a front squat where you shift the weight onto your toes because you're off balance or just because you're biomechanically having a little bit of trouble there. So it's important to think about keeping the weight back on your heels throughout the movement. Lack of depth. Go ahead and give us a front squat where you don't quite hit parallel. Okay, so as you can see, hip crease is not all the way below his knees. This is not a full squat. Go ahead and stand back up. One way to remedy this would be either stick a medicine ball or a box or a chair below your butt and use that for a target. And finally, we're going to talk about your knees caving in. So go ahead and face the front one more time. And show us a front squat where your knees come in together. So if you pay attention to his knees, pull your knees in together.
I get that.
I know. They're not tracking out over his feet. They're caving in at the bottom. This is not a healthy position for your knees. And you want to try to avoid that where possible. Thanks, Charlie. Okay, so there's your front squat. Go ahead and give us one good rep from the front. Okay, now go ahead and give us one good rep from the side. And today's front squats are going to be tempo squats. So Charlie's just going to briefly demo a 3-second descent and 3-second hold at the bottom. So go ahead when you're ready, Charlie. 1, 2, 3, and hold at the bottom. 1, 2, 3, and back up. And the thing you want to think about when you're doing your tempo squats is when you're at the bottom, you're not going to want to collapse down to the floor. You want to think about keeping your core engaged, keeping your chest up, make this an active squatting position instead of just collapsing to the ground and losing all of that tension inside your core. Thanks, Charlie. You can put the bar down. One of the best things about squats is that you don't necessarily need a lot of equipment to be able to get a good workout in. I'm going to show you a couple of different options that you can do if you have limited gym equipment. and then talk about some other options that you might be able to use if you don't have any gym equipment at all. So the first thing we're going to start with is a double dumbbell front squat. You're going to hold 2 dumbbells in front rack position and just do the same tempo on the way down, 3 seconds, 1, 2, 3. Hold at the bottom for 3 seconds, 1, 2, 3, and then back up. You can do the same with a single dumbbell, so if you only have 1 dumbbell available to you, hold the dumbbell in your front rack position, send your hips back and down, stand back up. Kettlebells are great for this. You can use a single kettlebell for a goblet squat. So hold the kettlebell out in front of you, down into your squat, stand back up. A rock from your garden. This is the largest rock that I was able to find today. But again, rock in your front rack position, squat down, stand back up. And finally, a single bumper plate will also allow you to get a great workout in. These are called driver squats, and they're really challenging but really fun. So you hold the plate out in front of you. I'm going to do this from the side so you can see. Again, send your hips back and down like a regular squat. Hold down at the bottom, 2, 3, and back up. The nice thing about using the bumper plate is it's also going to help you get your chest up in a better upright position as well. All else fails, pick up a medicine ball, pick up your kid, pick up anything you can find, a bag of cans and a reusable grocery bag would also be a good option. If you find yourself with a weight that feels a little bit too light for you and you want to get a little bit more of a workout in, you can increase your time under tension by hanging out in the descent phase or the pause at the bottom a little bit longer. So maybe give it a slower count of 6 or 7, hang out at the bottom 6 or 7 seconds, and then back up. You can also increase the number of reps per set, so maybe do a set of 5 if the weight's a little bit light, and do 5 sets of 5 instead of 5 sets of 3. Lots of great options to get a good squat workout in today. Okay, once we're done with the lifting portion of our workout, we're going to move into today's Metcon. It's going to be a 12-minute AMRAP, and the movement pattern is going to be 4 front squats, 8 box jumps, and then a 12 or 8 calorie echo bike. Some modifications, if you don't have a barbell, a box, or an echo bike, would be to use the aforementioned goblet squat or double dumbbell squat. Maybe increase the reps on this, so maybe do a set of 8 if it's feeling a little bit light to you today, just to make sure you're getting that leg work in. If you don't have a box to jump on, you can either find a bench to jump over, you could jump over your kettlebell, or you can do weighted step-ups either on a bench, a chair, or on your rock wall in your backyard. If you don't have an echo bike, the goal for today is going to be something short and sprinty. So you can either do the equivalent number of calories on a rower, so 12 or 8 row calories, 12 for the guys, 8 for the ladies, or just a quick 100-meter sprint out the door, sprint 100 meters, right back in, back to your front squats. Pick something that's going to get your heart rate up, something that's going to hurt a little bit. It's meant to be quick, fast, sprinty, and painful.